I've never met anyone who has to put the rubber bands in the lobster claws, but I'll tell you what, if I did, I would say to him, you weren't doing your job multiple times, because I can't tell you how many clips I've had from the lobster pincher. Yeah. Lobster roll is classic New England, and obviously, I mean, you know, that's like the West Coast version of a taco or burrito up in New England, is to have a lobster roll. So, you know, we wanted to bring that to the West Coast, and we put a lot of different spins on it. We make one spicy, we make one more acidic, and kind of let people customize it. But its roots are really in the East Coast. So the basis of the menu here is that we establish a template that people like. Fish tacos, grilled fish sandwiches, lobster rolls, or kind of fish seafood rolls, but the actual species are interchangeable. So sometimes during the season we might be using wild Pacific albacore as our fish of the day on the sandwiches. On the tacos we might use wild Alaskan cod one week, but the next week we might be using the MSC certified hoki. It's all about a template, and that's what seafood restaurants need to do, is they can't back themselves into something that's incredibly static and it won't change. You have to be able to introduce new seasonal fish that are well managed. Reason you have to be able to continuously introduce new fish is because the management template and the framework and the scientific data changes quarter by quarter. It's like the market. It literally changes. So one quarter a fish might be sustainable and abundant in supply, and then scientific data comes out and the population may have gone down and they cut the fishing practice. So it's really that flexible. Yeah. So when it comes to lobster, we don't have our one go-to in terms of a boat. We just have our species that's a go-to, and that's New England lobster. So you have two types of lobster. You've got New England lobster, which are the ones with the claws, and you have rock lobster. That can range from Caribbean warm water lobster to South African cold water rock lobster, but there's really only two types, with and without claws. And the lobster with the claws, the New England lobster, is the best, in my opinion, for lobster rolls and everything there in between. So we can source from hundreds of different boats and processors for the New England lobster, but that's the one you've got to use for a lobster roll.
It's sweeter, or it's more tender, or what?
You know what? I actually think it's chewier. It has more of a chew, but I like that tooth on there. It's also got a little bit of a buttery or butterier flavor than your rock lobster. It's more consistent. It's got a nice texture.